Whoa, girlfriend, we gotta talk. Because there's a 98.9% chance that Jerome Powell's gonna hit us with a quarter. But what if I told you there's now a group of investors out there saying he's gonna hit us with the 50? And Gary Gensler just took a successful bite out of crypto. This story slipped through the cracks because everyone's been celebrating the Ripple Labs SEC recent Judge Torres action. But wait until you hear this story about what Gensler did and how fast the SEC was successful. Let's start it off with your thoughts. Jin Nguyen at 808 says, looking forward to swapping out my tires. If it doesn't take too much time, then I'll adjust my alignment up front for more caster, less camber, then use strings for toe. Maybe someone's setting up a drift setup potential? Throwing it out there. I had myself an S13 Impreza. I've had a few cool ones out there. Crypto and Stuff says Elon should have stopped the clone pages scamming people in Hornog when he took over. What about YouTube? YouTube's got a lot of those same scam. You know, the Brad Garlinghouse giving away free XRP, Elon, blah, blah. Yeah, the scams and bots are a big problem, and yet we want more money to go to AI? That's messed up, SA. Cruise and Ride says, there is a 10-day deadline for their interlocutory appeal. Love this channel. Keep singing, Klaus.
You bet your ass I will, because I got some messed up data for you to see.
Screw the heat map. Let's get into it, and let's start with the nastiness first. 98.9% chance that the Fed's going to hit us with the quarter. You see this 1.1 right here? That's for a 50. Yes, everyone, for a 50. Check it out. Right now, no one is saying pause. No one. A week ago, 2% of people were saying pause. 98% of people were saying hitting us with the quarter. Now, there's no one saying pause. In fact, we now have 1.1%. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but you're getting sort of these fringe people starting to swing, thinking 50. So what they're calling for is more rate hikes after this. Housing isn't coming down. Scary stuff, everyone. Top stablecoins tumble 3 billion. Evaporates less than 40 days. Statistics reveal a contraction. Statistics reveal a significant contraction in the stablecoin economy as billions of dollars have been withdrawn from dollar peg projects over here. So when people pull money out of stablecoins, it's how you know it's really, people are scared. They take their crypto, they move it to stablecoins, they wait for the scariness to go away, and then they kind of get back in. But when they're pulling out of stablecoins on top of that and going back into the fiat world, that tells you that there's still a lot of worry out there. About 39 days ago, the stablecoin economy was valued at $129.8 billion. It has decreased now to $126.7, with more than $3 billion vanishing in just about a month. That's a retracement. And venture capital money is pulling out. Venture capital money has been pulling out of AI as well as crypto. Pumps and dumps. It's not your latest rap song that Big Daddy K over here sings. It's what's happening in the market. It's what's happening in all markets. I played the pumps and dumps in gold. I told everyone about it. Full disclosure, I did. Said it on Twitter plenty of times. Said it on videos plenty of times. Because the market isn't holding right now. KuCoin has denied reports of reducing its workforce by 30% amid declining profits. Well, when you decline profit-wise, what's the first thing companies do? They let go of staff. Colin Wu reported that KuCoin has been struggling after being sued by the New York Attorney General. See, it's not just federal, it's states. And wait until you hear the SEC story. KuCoin has denied reports of mass layoffs as crypto journalist Colin Wu reported earlier that the Seychelles-based crypto exchange was planning to let go 30% of its workforce. The crypto exchange's trading volume has been reduced by 50% since strict KYC policy was enforced last week. So now we're getting a better idea of who really wants to play in the crypto world. People that are willing to do KYC and people that, well, they're now not going to use this because they're enforcing KYC. You're starting to see divides, strong divides. Divides by, look, volume has reduced 50% since strict KYC policy was enforced. So a lot of people didn't want their info to be known. I have no problem with that. Hell, I don't want CBDCs because I don't want the government to track how I spend my money. I don't want the government to have control over money like that. That's sick. Because the government did have control, and they still do, and it led to this insane inflation where all of us were begging. We were saying the safe word, asparagus, asparagus, asparagus. And Jerome Powell is like, girlfriend, we're working on it. And I'm like, asparagus, asparagus, and he's still not listening. SEC charges QuantStamp Incorporated in $28.35 million ICO. People skipped over this. Why? Because it's not sexy, but it's pertinent. This is normal. Okay? This is normal. This is common. Ripple Labs case against the SEC taking years and years and years and years, that's very abnormal. Most cases don't get a lot of news attention. They just get swept under the rug like this, and they're really, really bad, and you need to know about it. So hit that subscribe button to show a little support for the channel that digs deeper, not just the tip. We go deeper here. According to the SEC's order, in October and November 2017, QuantStamp raised over $28 million by selling QSP tokens to approximately 5,000 investors, including investors in the United States. The order finds, as explained in its offering materials, QuantStamp planned to use the ICO proceeds to develop and market an automated smart contract security, blah, 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 blah. The order further finds that QuantStamp emphasized the large market potential for the smart contract security auditing product it planned to develop. The order finds that QuantStamp failed to register its offers and sales of QSP, which constituted securities. And despite filing a Form D claiming that unregistered sales of QSP were exempt under the rule of 506C and D, pursuant to Regulation S, QuantStamp failed to qualify for any of those. Faking the funk? The SEC order, now mind you, they went after them July 21st. This is effective July 21st, so this didn't take long. Listen to the penalties. The SEC order finds that QuantStamp violated the registration provisions of the federal securities laws without admitting or denying SEC's findings. QuantStamp agreed to a cease and desist order and to pay disgorgement of $1.9 million, prejudgment interest of $494,000, and a civil penalty of $1 million. The order establishes a fair fund to return monies paid by QuantStamp to injured investors. QuantStamp also agreed to transfer all remaining QSP in its control to the Fair Fund Administrator to be permanently disabled or destroyed, to publish notice in the orders on its website, and to convey the order to crypto trading platforms that makes QSP available for trading. It is the 25th of July. They were officially gone after on the 21st of July. The SEC broke them in 4 days. Cease and desist order, they're done. This is common. This is very common. And again, what is the SEC going after here? Primary sales. They're not talking about QSP and the secondary platforms being traded. They're talking about the initial 5,000 investors, including investors in the United States. That's what I get it, okay? Torres, yes, helped us out secondary, but primary is a problem. So much of a problem that QuantStamp, yes, not every freaking crypto project out there is a big Ripple Labs one, a big Stellar and Algo or Poly, it's not all like that. The majority of them are very, very small. 5,000 investors, they said they qualified for the 506C exemption, unregistered securities. Hey, we don't need to register. But the SEC is like, you didn't even qualify for that. 4 days, and they are done. Cease and desist order in effect, and penalties of close to what, everyone? $3.5 million. Yeah. So we talk about like CZ and Binance, and he's always like, oh, don't just ignore the FUD out there. We're not letting go of staff. We're hiring. Yeah, you're hiring lawyers. But it's like with Qcoin. Volume is going down for those that are deciding to tighten KYC or actually enforce it. Volume is also going down now that the XRP hoopla, right, with the case is kind of over for now, right? I mean, we still got more stuff going on, but like the big pop, it's like, okay, we're kind of past that. These exchanges have been definitely faking the funk out there because there's just not that much money to go around. Speaking of money going around, looks as if people are starting to think that the Fed is going to be more aggressive for longer than we thought. There was a growing number of people out there thinking, hey, this is going to be the last quarter and we are done. The problem is shelter. I'm telling you, he's going to talk about shelter tomorrow. Housing costs and associated. It is a big problem that is not coming down, which is forcing some investors out there. Yes, I know it's not a big group yet, but you're starting to see the fringe swing. And when the fringe swing, that tells you that stuff starts to move. Pay attention to that kind of stuff. The fringe now swung from thinking, hey, he's going to pause, to, hey, he might hit us with the 50. Asparagus. Don't make your safe word Beetlejuice, because you say that 3 times, you're in deep crap. But then you got the SEC out there. In 4 days, went after QuantStamp. They're done, cease and desist order. And I know some people are going to be like, oh, but these people got millions and millions. No, they really don't. Why do you think they keep cashing out like every month? Because they're not making enough money on their own to live and pay their bills off their earnings. That's why they have to keep adding to the circulating supply. Primary sales are a problem. And we need regs to fix that problem. Because Torres essentially said, primary sales, big no-no. So yes, celebrate secondary markets, but if these companies out here are going to have problems with their primary, that is going to stop a whole hell of a lot of new development. And I've been talking about it on this channel for a long time. That means it's going to stop jobs, which means it hurts the economy. And I get it. A lot of crypto's shitty, but there's some good ones out there. There's a lot of good projects. Lowe's is using Web3. Broke a story on that a while ago. Using Web3 crypto stuff for theft deterrence with their tracking. Really cool stuff. So yes, that is going to stop funding. That's why I bring up the venture capital funding being pulled back from AI, from crypto, from fintech. Now you got regulators out there where, think about it, and Gary Gensler, he's not stupid. As much as he's a pain in the butt, we know it, okay? He's not stupid. But Gary's like, look, all right, so secondary, all right, we ran into a little bit of trouble. Well, primary, though, we still got the green light, so let's start taxing it. And ignore the safe word and tax it and tax it and tax it. And that's what he's going to do. And I feel bad because this story slipped through the cracks. Well, it didn't really slip through the cracks. Caught it 4 days late. I'm sorry. But it slipped through the cracks. And that's bad stuff. Made him say uncle. Safe word was not adhered to. And you know the rules. The safe word's the safe word. Did a bike ride today on my favorite course that I have out here by me. I beat it by about a minute, my best time. Pretty excited. Was in the arrow position for quite a while. I still have a run to do today and got a fitness race coming up here in about 6 days. You cool cats hopefully don't have any of that to do. Hopefully you get to have some fun and enjoy yourselves. And have a great rest of your day.